The operations of oil and gas companies naturally attract cost because of the underlying complexity, the unpredictability, and the changing nature of the activity base. So the industry has a permanent responsibility to review the cost base and to keep costs under control. However, with the current realities of the price reduction, that need is very acute, and we need to do this in a structural way. We learned in the 80s that going after cost as a single objective is very dangerous because we neglect capability and then let the people go. We neglect the ability to complete projects. We neglect asset integrity, and probably more critical today, the replenishment of the resource base, both resources and reserves. So now the challenge is to go after cost, also keeping in mind longer term objectives, capability, ability to complete projects, ability to replenish the asset base, and the overall health of the portfolio. We know that going after 5-7% cost is something that can be done and is actually being done currently by management teams very quickly. However, that's not necessarily sustainable, and it does not necessarily address the bigger problems of the cost base. Going for 15 to 20%, which is very likely what is required now, requires structural change. How we do things, how we configure processes, how we conduct the activities, how organizations are configured. And that's a much more difficult problem. It requires a lot of thinking, it requires tough decisions, and it requires sustained attention to be able to execute that successfully without limiting the capabilities of an organization, and in fact, generating a space that at the same time reduces cost and prepares the companies for the next phase of growth that is definitely required.